Been working on a motorized kayak build here. It's a Pelican 10-footer sit-in, and we got trolling motor, 40-pound. Getting ready to show you just how it works. Yeah, these are great for getting around in the shallows. You can get out there where you want to really ride without paddling the whole way out. And then you can lift your motor and paddle if you want. And we're just cruising some creeks that we discovered, and it's just awesome out there. Nobody in sight. Beautiful. All right, it's easy to hang it from the garage, the beams of the garage door. The same straps that we tied down with on the roof. Just up to the motor mount. And anywhere up here. And you can adjust it to ride pretty level. Yeah, a lot of this stuff was, you just pick it up on Amazon. Here I got a roll of this bungee. Replaced all that. And then came up with some of these different hookups. This is for my hoist for my motor. To lift it up out of the water. I got 4 of these. I forget how much it was. Real reasonable. Got them on all 4 corners. And I got a bag of these, and they came with rivets, so you can put them all over the place. I've got quite a few to hold my box down and to bungee different things down. These are, of course, rod holders. You just cut a hole and screw them into the plastic. A lot of this is just too simple, I mean, a lot of uses for these things. This is part of my, tip my motor up out of the water. And this is my steering. When I've got motor off and I'm hauling it, I just clip these clips are for to steer the motor, And yeah, real simple stuff. Some more of those rivets, like a plastic rivet, phone mount, little rubber. Something there, cushion things so they don't roll out as easy. Bilge pump switch, another one of those bags. A little something for the knees there. Just got them zip tied. I cut a piece of heater hose, split it, zip tied and glued them up in there. Cut out some of the plastic for the seat to mount this. This is a stadium seat here. But it's just like the kayak seats that you see for 50, 60 bucks. I cut the seat, did some mounting, and then I added these for strength because the side was getting kind of flimsy, There's one on each side. Firms it up when you're getting in and out, it doesn't flex as much. These are there's plastic washers on these. These hold my foot steering gear. Steering gear goes up into a tube. One on each side. Goes into this blue tube and comes out the back. These are just water lines. All this stuff's cheap. Does the job. Bilge pump. $10. I don't know what I paid for that thing. It works if you're desperate. I mean, it doesn't suck up the small stuff, but I mean, if you get swamped by a big boat or something, it might save you from sinking. What else we got? We got scratches. We got some oar holders. Those are from Academy Sports. Hold my paddles. And we'll dig in a little deeper here in a little bit with the motor, controller, what have you. So yeah, I'm running one of these 24 series Never Start batteries. It's a deep cycle marine. Real reasonable price, 90 bucks or something, 80 something dollars. Keep that topped off all the time with a simple charger. And it starts out with about 13.5 volts, maybe 13, 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there. And man, it skedaddles. It really gets up and goes. But within, I don't know, probably within a couple minutes, it drops down. I've got a little fuel gauge here, a voltmeter mounted up in there. It'll drop down and you can feel it slow down, but then it holds steady around 12.8 for an hour or so, and then down to 12.5, and that's with a draw on it. I ran it for 3 or 4 hours. We did about 6 miles. I came back, put the meter on it, and it had 12.5 or 6 volts, you know, just sitting. So it held up pretty good, that trolling motor. I'll get you around. Down in the pocket over here, we've got another one of these bags. If you can see that. Zips shut. I got it screwed to the plastic. I've got, of course, you got to have these. Something to keep it. Fits my wallet and my keys. Perfect in there. If we ever roll over or get sunk or whatever, I won't get that all wet. That's always good. And then I got tethered here is my phone bag. So I keep the phone in here most of the time. But usually it's up on there. But, you know, when I need to, when I first head out, or when I know I'm not going to need it, I just keep it in this watertight bag here. Hey, you got a $1,200 phone, you don't want to lose it, you know. Here's the motor by itself on the bench here. There's my tilt I made for my tilt right there. Clamped that on, ran a little screw halfway in. And then here's my steering arms here. Fit right on there. And then here's the bolt you use. You just slide that out of that little rubber tube, drop it into the motor mount, and then put the rubber tube on. It holds it in nice. Yeah, we use these Anderson plugs for full throttle. And then this is my 1, 2, 3, 4 and my reverse 1, 2, 3. A little lower amperage. But yeah, I kept them separate. I wanted this so there was no problem with wire size, you know. So yeah, works real good. And a couple PVC pieces and made an elbow. Had to heat this up to make it fit on this 1.125. I think this was 1 inch. Heated it up and stretched it over. Worked good. Just a little something. You want to let it breathe a little bit, because I think if you ever got any water in that motor, somehow you might want it to be able to vent somewhere, because it's watertight. So I left that just a little bit open. When you push this button and you hold this, it's a lot easier. It doesn't just drop down, but you can lower it down to where it's comfortable there. Lift it up, as light as these things are, you know. Bring it out. The back one I usually just let rip. Got the little slider, little tie downs in there. Then I made these out of a ladder rack. I put this nylon on there so you can slide on and not worry about scratching or cutting into the plastic. Okay, little tie downs here. And then I didn't get a chance to film this, but there's the plug I put in. When I put it in, I realized, why did you put that down there? Because you're gonna have rocks and what have you hit it and bust it off. So I ended up just kind of grinding off the little twisty part, just enough to grab onto it with my fingernails. So it works. Hopefully it doesn't get ripped off. I don't think it will. It should be fine. There you go. Okay, so the battery's in here. We just got to hook up power, and this plug here, which looks kind of funky, it's kind of a household type plug, that just goes to the bilge pump and the power meter, you know, see how much amperage we got left, or how much voltage we got left. So it's a simple hookup. Yeah, so it was a battery box for Group 24. It was too cumbersome, too big on the top to fit between my legs where I sit right there, so I ended up turning it upside down, strapping it down, and works just fine. So you can set things on top of it, or you can put a drink holder up there or whatever. Yeah, so what we ended up doing with this trolling motor is taking the head off of it, and then I mounted it to this plate here, and it's kind of rubber mounted. It's got a pin in it. You can pull that pin out, take this off. I've been leaving it on here though. All the wiring goes just down here under the seat and then hooks up to the battery. And so I still retained all my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forward, and then my 1, 2, 3 reverse. So it's nice. It's a lot better. I used to just run wide open only forward. Been running around for a little bit here. Got 12.7 volts left. Just chilling out here in this little cove where the waves can't get me. Got a bunch of big boats out here making a fuss. Last day of summer, Labor Day weekend, so it's a little noisy, but we're having fun. Okay, so as you can see with the motor tilted, I got this cable pulling the motor up. You can just paddle right into the shallows. There's your steering gear on there I was talking about. Got the box all bungeed down. Got it rigged up pretty good. Oh man, that's nice. Must have been a log.
That's the big up next to me right here.